Game of the evening, of the day. And it's Shiraz Najam taking the first ball. He gets a single down to mid-wicket. And that takes a score, that has a score off and running. So it's the Chicago Catchers against the Hyderabad Deccan. Hyderabad Deccan winning before. And if they win here now, it'll render, if the Deccan wins, it means that Chicago Catchers will be out of the tournament as well as the Heroes. As it stands, the Heroes, all they can get is one win. And that one win can only put them into a third position or a fourth position, which is not really helpful. You want to finish 1-2 to get into the finals. So at the moment, all to play for here, the Chicago Catchers, they still have an outside chance. But as you look at the standings now, the World Stars are on top. They've played 2 matches, they have 2 victories, but what is important for them, and I think they will definitely be into the finals, is because of their net run rate, which is very high. As their net run rate is very high. And this is in the air. It'll go all the way, and that's 6. Very close to the Western Avenue, and that's 6 runs. Let me say good evening to a very senior commentator, international commentator, fresh from doing the India versus West Indies series, Dr. Nilesh Mehta. Good afternoon, Doc.
Good afternoon, Vinod. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you?
Well, we're in your neck of the woods here, and it's the MCL Major Cricket League. First day is the 4th match of the tournament, and this is a delivery played down to the backward square for one more. So far, we've had the Chicago Catchers. They were defeated by 50 runs this morning by the World All-Stars, and the Hyderabad Deccan, who they're playing now, they defeated the Deccan Heroes easily. Deccan Heroes, 2 defeats in the opening day. Najam struck outside the line of the off stump. So the score at the moment, 8 without loss. So how was the experience, Doc, covering the India series?
The experience was unbelievable as you get ready for Tariq to come in right arm over the wicket.
Oh, that's a good hit. That's 6 runs. Length delivery.
Tariq was right on that one, Vinod. He didn't waste much time and just lifted it to a nice, easy swing of the bat over the mid-wicket, right by the, is that the baseball area, I believe?
Yes, it is the baseball area. So that's 6.
And Chicago living up to the windy city standards. It's quite breezy. I see that all your hair is quite flopping in the air at the moment.
It's very windy. It's been a windy day here today. It's been a lovely day, a bit chilly. I forgot to walk with my jacket. Najam can't get away. So he's on 1. Awis Tariq is on 13. And this is the second over. It's 15 without loss. Remember, this is a C90, so 15 over game. And Shiraz closing the face on that one. It's going to drop short of the fielder. He wants 2, it's not there. So MCL coming to Chicago, and the 4 of the teams playing here. It's good for cricket here.
Yeah, I think Shiraz wanted to at that time, but then the fielder from deep mid-on came in rather quickly and grabbed the ball and threw it back to the keeper. And Nizam is now on 2. Tariq batting on 13. As Asif Sheikh now continues his ball, his first over, right arm over the wicket.
This takes the edge. It's going to run away down to third man. That's 4. So going hard at that one. It took the edge, and that took it into the third man boundary for 4. The score is now 20 without loss.
I like your setup here, Vinod. Looking at the beautiful Western Avenue where the cars are all on the edge of the road, and you can see the traffic. You can watch cricket. You can enjoy the breeze in the outdoor setting here.
It's absolutely marvelous. to be honest. Najam. In fact, it's Tariq. And the fielder was just waiting under the trees for the ball, so it's just one. And what gives this ground that extra charm is the fact that you have trees that, some of the trees are like the one right in front of us, are in the boundary.
Yeah, you know, it almost reminds me of a golf course. You know, when you have a par 5 hole and then you have those natural trees as your hazards. You can have hazards for water. You can have hazards for sand, and then natural trees.
Well, you can have hazards for not drinking water. Swung away! That's a massive hit there by Shiraz Najam for 6. Well, you'll be speaking about that for the next year. That was a massive hit down behind square. Full toss though. Bad delivery there by Tariq.
Even in a baseball park, there would be a home run by any stretch of imagination. Wouldn't you think so?
Yes, well, this is baseball cricket. They're bowling from one base.
That's right. And Nizam is displaying his talent with his onside strokes. He's hoisted a few of them on the onside. That seems to be his favorite side. And they are bowling deliveries. There are full tosses on the middle and leg stump. And he's helping himself to some 4s and 6s as we see the replay here. And he very nicely puts it away towards square leg all the way for 6 in the midst of the mini forest that is on the square leg boundary.
Well, actually, it ran across the road, across the Western Avenue. And I think they have retrieved it. Najam going across the off stump. He's going across the stumps, looking to access the onside. It's the end of the second over, 28 without loss, the Chicago catchers.
So then what happened there is it was a premeditated stroke by Nizam. He was trying to hoist it over mid-on, but the pace of the ball probably was a bit too much as the ball sailed to the keeper. The batsman is asking for So you've been enjoying your time in the windy city, Mr. Mamchan?
Yeah, it has been great, really. You know, this is a fantastic facility. You know, sometimes you're in a stadium with just a concrete jungle, but it's good to be out. It's good to be here.
Particularly the weather is nice, and you are here in the month of August. Come here in the month of January, my friend.
I guess it's even better.
You'll see the white stuff on the ground.
Abrakan. Looking to play this very late. Tariq. Suresh it is. So I was told that most of the players, my good friend Ali Qureshi, who is standing next to me, told me most of the players on the Hyderabad Deccan team are actually from Hyderabad in India. And of course this ground is, you know, it's so accessible. Outside the off stump, that's wide. It's so accessible that you can walk as a jetliner goes over our heads here. You get everything at this wonderful ground. You can walk to Devan Road, where they tell me that there's some sort of record where it's the only road in the world that has 74 restaurants. Edged, down to third man, he's in trouble. It falls short, spins away, and it's running down to third man. It holds up in the grass, very thick grass. It's as thick as Nilesh is here. And they come back for 2.
Yeah, the deep third man did give it a dive, didn't he? He really gave it all. He was in 2 minds for a while, whether to save the runs, because the grass being so thick, the ball doesn't go that quickly to the boundary. So it was a good attempt by the deep third man fielder to go for the catch.
Have you ever played cricket here, Doc?
I have not.
Good delivery and well played. Equally well played. That's one more to Tariq. So this is the third over in progress. Remember, this is 15 over. New format, C90. It's like a new drug. C90.
C90.
Played away, down behind square, runs here, they take one. All Najam will get is one, he wants two. Shiraz Najam is chancing the arms of the wicketkeeper, and he makes it. Well, Shiraz Najam put in the third gear and was going up the road. So that's two more.
You just wonder how many children will mother cricket have. Test cricket, ODI, T20, T10, C90, and more children coming on the way.
Yeah, there's also MAQ Cricket 59.
59.
Then there's a 60
60.
by CPL. Then there's a 100 that's being played in England right now. 34 without loss. Suresh. Struck away by Najam. He didn't really get hold of this, and he's on his bike. So Shiraz Najam's innings of 10 ends, and the score is now 34 for 1.
Yeah, that time he again got a full toss. The previous time he was able to place it to the left of the fielder in that little mini forest, I would call it. But this time he didn't get hold of it and didn't get enough juice on it, and it went straight to the fielder for a relatively easy catch. Shiraz Nazam dismissed for 10 of 8 deliveries. Shiraz, of course, no stranger to Chicago cricket.
Yeah, he's a former president of Midwest. He's no longer there, though. He tells me that his time for administration in cricket is over, and he wants to focus on other things.
He's going to do bigger and better things.
Well, one hopes. So is that true that the Devon Road, we call it, when I saw the spelling, I thought it was Devon.
Well, you're probably talking about the wicketkeeper from the West Indies.
Not Devon Thomas. But is it true that there are 74 restaurants on that road?
And counting.
Wow.
And counting. You have all kinds of food, Indian food, Pakistani food, Nepali food, fast food, sit-down dinner, and a lot of other items that are available. So,
well, we had a lovely dinner last night at the Harry, and it was really, really nice. So it's the end of the over, number 3. The score is 34 for 1. Chicago catchers winning the toss and batting first. The teams that have won the toss here, they have batted first. Earlier today in the first game, as the thunder is rumbling over our head, in the first game today, World Stars made 176 for 5 in 15 overs, with Saeed Hassan scoring 114. His century came off 37 balls.
Wow, that's quite a performance. I hope that people here looking at that prospect.
Well, he is. I think he's a senior player. He's way past his, I don't want to say sell-by date, but he's a veteran. He's here to play amongst the other guys, just to lend his experience where he can. Down the leg side, signal wide by the umpire.
I mean, Dinesh Karthik is 37 and going strong.
Yep. Well, this guy was amazing this morning. He crashed that century of 37 balls. In the second game that the World Stars played, they were chasing 93, and he crashed 50 not out of 22 balls. Dog the track, that's 6. Forget it. Into in a mini forest, as my good friend Lily says, and it's across the Western Avenue, crashing into the fence there. And that's 6 more.
Yeah, good thing I didn't park my car, my Tesla over there, because I think that glass on the Tesla may be in some jeopardy, perhaps. If a shot like that would go a little bit further, then you are right in the parking lot over there.
Well, I thought vehicles like the Tesla, there's no danger to the windscreen.
Glass is glass.
My information is that the Tesla is only in danger when you're at the wheels.
Although I see there is an auto body right across. So something happens, the auto body is right there.
Yeah, you can get it fixed. So 6, they're trying to retrieve the ball from over the road. I think by tomorrow morning. They had promised today, the county, to put up a net there just to block those deliveries from going into the road. But I think they may come tomorrow and have that done.
Well, the good thing is that they are only playing from one side, like you said. So all the balls are are coming, going east, and not many going west, except for those thick edges of these heavy bats, particularly of the fast bowlers, unless somebody plays a scoop shot or something. But the Western Avenue is relatively well protected, I would think.
Ken going for that big shot, head in the air. Now watching the ball onto the bat. So Tariq is on 27 of 11. He has provided some entertainment here. The Chicago catchers, if they win here, they're still in the contest. If the Hyderabad Deccan wins, well, they are into the finals. World Stars already there.
Yeah, swing and a miss. Tariq batting on 27 of 11 balls. He's really played some lovely strokes. Hanif Lala, who has just joined him, has played one ball, yet to open his account.
Ken down the leg side. And you should get the signal of wide coming. Once again, good afternoon to all our listeners and all our viewers on MAQ TV. MCL has come to Chicago, the Major Cricket League. And it's live here on the MAQ TV. Down the ground is Tariq, and that's a lovely shot through mid-wicket for 4. Good shot.
Tariq showing his class there. He's played some of the shots. He's been favoring the onside as that left arm delivery going down the leg side, and he really played it quite easily on the onside and got, was it 4 runs, Vinod?
Yeah, it went through mid-wicket for 4. I know that information reaching us is that these days you're keeping the company of a legend in Sunil Gavaskar. You're a legend yourself.
Well,
so 2 legends have joined. They've combined.
I was lucky to have been with him for the last couple of days. He also came over to my house. We had a cup of tea and even met my grandson.
Yes.
And that is dropped. That went straight to the fielder. He was going to his right towards the long off area, and that should have been caught. But unfortunately for Sheikh Ahmed, that was dropped as the score now moves on to 47 for 1.
Well, catches win matches, and you don't want to drop a guy like Awais Tariq. So he's on 32 now. So after 4, it's 47 for 1. Yes, Doc, you're in the company of Sunil Gavaskar.
Yeah, he was here for a fundraiser for a Heart to Heart Foundation. So Heart to Heart Foundation raises not only awareness but raising funds for children with pediatric cardiac valvular disorders. And there are more than 300,000 children in India alone, a lot more in Pakistan and Bangladesh if you were to add those countries, where these children from impoverished backgrounds, only 20-25% of them get to the surgery, rest of them unfortunately die. And he's raising funds and doing a kind of a national tour.
Right over our head, a jetliner goes again for the umpteenth time today, and in the distance, is that a national security helicopter in the distance?
That's for the traffic. We know the local radio stations and television stations, they monitor the traffic on the expressways. You only have one expressway in the lovely city of Port of Spain. In the greater Chicago area, we have multiple expressways. We have the Kennedy Expressway, Stevenson, Dan Ryan, a new expressway being named as the Mamchan Expressway. And these expressways, this is the time where the traffic gets a little busy, so people get an idea how to navigate their way through. Although today being Saturday evening, I'm surprised that the helicopter is there. Normally it's during weekdays, but
well, they're probably having a view of the cricket here, and at the moment 48 for 1. This is over number 5. And we're going to see Suresh Kohli. That's slammed away over backward square leg. Well, that is going across the Western Avenue. And it's amazing, the timing of it. I've sat here for the entire day, Delicious. This is the 4th match. I've probably seen about 12 sixes struck there. Not one has struck a vehicle.
Well, you know what I found very interesting was there's a guy in shorts walking and strolling down on Western Avenue, going north on Western Avenue, and he was completely
On our way.
unaware and completely continued walking as if nothing happened.
But
I'm glad he didn't look to his right because the ball was coming right towards him.
well, he probably doesn't even know what a cricket ball looks like. So he's probably thinking, where will a cricket ball come out of to hit me, to, you know, to put my body in danger? Well, we will see.
And he didn't even turn his head to the right to look what exactly happened. So that was kind of scary, but the ball has been retrieved as
Well, they say what you don't look at never affects you. Remember, this is MCL here in partnership with the Illinois Premier League.
that's a nice Yorker. Nice Yorker by Suresh Kohli, Vinod. And they were able to squeeze in that single to that short mid-on area as the score now moves on to 55 for 1. This is over number 5. And this partnership is already worth 21 runs, Vinod.
Yeah, they're up and running. Lala is doing the right thing. He's just looking to get the single and give Tariq the strike. Tariq, the big man, is on strike now. 33 of 17. He's walking down the track. Gets it fine. They take one, and that is all they will get. As on this field, the ball is in no hurry to run away.
These microphones we have seem very familiar to me.
Yeah, I think you were using this now at Central Broad Regional Park. And you've become very accustomed to being behind the mics these days, Doc.
And I see a very familiar name here, Prahlad Madhubishi.
That's a man, you know, he has been here. He has been taking in the cricket. He's on the team. This is driven down the ground. And that's one more as we continue to provide coverage here of this MAQ TV project. 57 for 1 after 5. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, you'll be joined by Prahlad Madhubishi and, of course, the man himself, Ali Qureshi. Ali!
Guys, Ali Qureshi signing in with Razi.
Beautiful day out here in Warren Park. Ali, what do you feel about Hyderabad Deccan? They're actually bowling. We have Asjad over here, who's bowling his first over, I guess.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. He's been a very seasoned player for Warren Park. Initially started his career with All Stars in 2012. Right over here in this ground, he has many centuries to his name, and he's a good bowler as well.
He's playing with Galaxy currently, so that's a really good ball by Asjad. The score is 58 for 1, Hanif Lala on 9, and Owais Tariq is charged up fully on 33. The current run rate is 10, almost 11 and over. So if we have more 10 overs going on,
Oh, that's a full toss, but it drifted down.
It's a no ball.
It's a no ball. Okay, he needs to. I think he needs to control his pace a little bit and get a good run up. I don't feel he's comfortable with the run up at this time.
That's true.
Okay, that's a no ball, so it's a free hit. Let's see what does he have for this ball. Okay. Does the keeper get to catch the free hit ball? And that's going to be only 1 run. That's going to be a total of 60 runs for the loss of 1 wicket, where Owais Tariq is at 34 runs and Hanif Lala is at 9 runs. Asjad has bowled 3 balls so far. What do you have to say, Ali?
Yes, I think if they if the momentum of the game still goes on like this.
And that's a catch drop.
Oh, that was a well attempt by Sadiq, and that goes on 6.
It
That-
was a very overpitched ball to which he just drove straight across the wicket, and could have been a good catch, but the
He-
ball stumbled over the boundary.
That's true. He tried his level best. I won't say he did not try it. I mean, the best thing was to stop it instead of giving 6 runs.
Yes, especially in this type of format, each run is valuable.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was
Oh,
a
that-
slow delivery.
That was a very smart delivery by Asjad. And as I said, that if the run rate goes on like this, I mean, I don't see a score putting down on the board like for 170 runs.
But did you see that? That was a wide. We thought it was a good delivery, but he'll have to re-bowl that.
Oh, that was a wide delivery.
Yes. And it was a block hole ball. I think they're only going to go for a single.
And I think it's over up.
No,
6.
I think two more balls to go. I think the ball is one ahead because there was a wide ball attempted.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Asjad, is the batsman ready for this ball? Who's facing this ball? It's Awais Tariq facing Asjad. And it's another down the leg side. It's going to be another wide. Yeah, like I said before, his run-up is not comfortable. His body line seems to be very disturbed. And hence he's already given out 12 runs in his first 5 balls.
That's an expensive over. So that's what I'm trying to say, that, you know, if this strike rate goes on, okay, that could be a catch attempt by Sadiq. Yes,
Yeah.
it's out.
Okay.
He covered up. He covered up.
Oh, he made up for his mistake earlier.
Yes, I think so. Because that was a good batsman.
So
Oh.
Awais Tariq is out for 34 runs.
Yeah,
Asjad Ali has got his first wicket.
that's true. If he would have been on the pitch for quite a while, he would have scored. He would have been an expensive person for the SDCC team.
Okay, you see who's walking up on the field right now. Okay, that is going to be Hamad. He is another superstar that Warren Park has produced. He also started his career over here with All-Star, and he turned out to be a fantastic Chicago batsman, an all-rounder. He's scored various centuries here. He's taken a 5-wicket haul as well, and currently he's come on to bat with Hanif Lala, who's also a local player. And let's see what he has over here. What do you feel? Does it give you good vibes about Hamad coming back to Warren Park and bat?
Yes, Hamad is definitely a dangerous player, as I heard about him. And if this partnership goes, yes, that's right. So if this partnership, if they try to build this partnership, that can definitely be, that can cost Hyderabad Deccans a lot, because Hanif Lala is already charged up, and he's going for the big ones right now, because they know to put on a scoreboard 170 is going to be pretty easy for them, because in 6 overs that it's 69 runs already, so probably 11 and over.
There needs to be a correction in the name over here.
Oh, he
that's
went for-
beautiful.
That's a big one, and that goes for a 6.
I see the name over here, Salman Ahmed, but actually that is Hamad. We'd request a correction over here in the name of the batsman.
Hamad. तुम उधर बैठो ना, उधर बैठो तुम.
Okay, there's going to be a correction over here. 2 balls bowled by Mudassir Ahmed so far, and this is the 3rd ball. And straight to the fielder who tries to go for a run out, but it's a straight no run. Okay, third ball. Down a little wide, right by the block hole area. And it's good bowling, good strategy. He's trying to keep the ball close to the block hole, but the batsman will have to stretch a little. This quick run rate. This is tried for a square cut. The fielder approaches the ball for only one run. That takes the score over to 77 runs for 2 wickets. He's bowling pretty quick. 5 balls he's already bowled with the short run up. With this, the run rate per over is going to be phenomenal for this bowler. The score right now is 78 for 2.
That's a beautiful shot on deep cover point, and that goes for a 4. Hamad is also going for a big one. I think Chicago catchers are well prepared to go for a target for 170, as it's 12 run rate per an over. Like, the run rate is crazy right now. If these guys strike the ball as hard as they can right now, they definitely reach their target. They are well prepared because they know that it's going to be hard for them, because SDCC is definitely a tough team to play against.
Well, yeah, definitely. HDCC has a long history of cricket over here in the Chicagoland area. It's been one of the oldest team in Chicago, which started its career in about early 1980s, 89s, when Rais Nizami started to play cricket over here. HDCC has secured several other cups, including the ACC Trophy, Midwest Trophy, and it has won a couple of Illinois Premier League Cups as well. It's definitely an old team. But talking about, this is a new generation of HDCC players that is playing in this, and the new team has to definitely prove up a lot of items in order to be that same HDCC team that it was before. It's a big shoes to be filled.
I agree.
Okay, that was another over pitch ball, and trying for a run out, but the batsman was comfortably home.
Straight in the covers.
You see, Sadiq Parvez is going to be bowling his third ball, and straight down the wicket. It could be a good catch, but one bounce to Ahmed, and it's only going to be one run, and it's not a ball. Okay. It's not count. The ball does not count.
It's a dead ball.
It's a dead ball. Okay. The scorer taking an acknowledgement of this ball is not going to be counted. So we will have to re-ball this ball again. Thank you. And another on
a huge 6.
Yes. He was ready for this ball, with the umpire signaling for a 6. Let's take a replay of that particular shot.
As I said earlier, Hanif Lala and Hamad are both dangerous batsmen on the field over here. And if this partnership builds up, that's definitely going to hit.
Well, you're absolutely right, Ali. You're absolutely right. Another try, same try, but onto the pads. I think the ball is going on to the leg side. There was an appeal by the bowler, but I think he was beaten by the pace.
And also, he stepped forward to hit that ball again.
Okay, this is the 5th ball. Full toss. Another 1 bounce, 2 bounce to the fielder on long on. And this is just 1 run. This is he's given out 6 runs out of his 7 runs out of the 5 balls. This is not an expensive over at all. It's a good over for HDCC.
Definitely, Razi. You are right. this was the best over so far.
And another slower ball, and he tries to just push it for a single attempt for a run out, but the batsman was comfortably home. Another 1 run. 8 runs off the over, with the score going on to 90 runs for 2 wickets at the end of 8 overs. With 8 overs in the C90, that means you've already completed about 40% of the game, 30%, I'd say 55% of the game.
That's true. And at this point, 170 would definitely not be a hard target to put on the board.
Yes, you see it's 90, and another 90 runs coming off the next 7 overs would definitely make it to another 180 runs. But to be practical, I'm targeting for a score of around 160 for the Chicago catchers if they keep the same pace. But if HDCC comes out with good bowling line, then they can restrict it to maybe 130, which would be good for them.
Definitely. I didn't see any catches coming on the ground right now, so they're pretty much tight on the field.
Bowler's name is Ahmed.
Ahmed Sheikh.
Ahmed Sheikh is bowling his second over.
To Hanif Lala.
Oh! It was a little bit of edge, and goes on for 4 runs. Beautiful. He actually tried to pull it over in the mid wicket area, but there was a little bit of edge that caused the ball to go by the road. That's Western Avenue you're seeing over there, guys. And once the ball goes out of the park, you'll have to cross the street, come back in. That causes a bit of delay in the game. But you see, Ali, the sun is out. It's
a beautiful weather.
We're actually focusing on the west side of the ground, and it's so beautiful out in Chicago in this weather, especially in the month of August with this Independence Cup. It's beautiful to be out.
Yeah, there was a little bit of rain and the weather was cloudy outside, but now I think it's better.
Okay, that goes in for another shot right by the mid-wicket area, and that's another 4 runs.
Oh, this could be an expensive over. That's a front foot shot, which Hanif Lala played, and he is going for the big ones. He knows that there are a lot of wickets behind.
Yeah, you see, he lifts up the left leg to balance out his body, and then, like a helicopter shot, moves the ball with right timing.
That's true. He's an experienced player and has always been a strength
that
for
was
the batting team.
Slower ball. Just 1 run coming out of it. It was pretty smart for Ahmed to just give out a slower delivery because the batsman was ready to hit for another big one. But the batsman had to change his strategy at the last minute. Okay, it's the 4th ball. Let's see. Another lower full toss. Little straighter side of the cover. Straight to the bowler, just 1 run.
Hanif Lala on 37, Hamad Qureshi on 9. Oh!
Another beautiful shot! Down the ground for 6 runs.
That is a great shot by Hanif Lala. 6 on the deep mid-wicket.
Okay, sure. The score goes on to 106 for 2 wickets, with Hanif Lala on 43 and Hamad Qureshi on 9 runs. Yeah, we're going to have a change in commentary box. The very versatile commentator back, who's been rocking the whole day with his phenomenal voice the Chicago had never seen. We welcome you, sir, definitely.
Thanks a lot. Scores 106 for 2 at the moment. Hanif Lala is on 43 and Hamad Qureshi on 9. Tell me a bit about Hamad Qureshi. I've heard of him. He's a pretty decent player.
Yes, definitely. Hamad Qureshi started his career around 2012 right over here in Warren Park. He played for a team called All Stars, where he scored phenomenal centuries in his earlier career. He was a good all-rounder, so he was a quick sellout for the league. Other than that, he's played in several other leagues in Chicago as well and is very well known for his all-rounder performance.
Also, tell me a bit. I know you're on the executive of the Illinois Premier League, and you must be very happy that the MCL has come here.
Oh, I am superb. I'm really happy. I'm really thankful for the Major League Cricket to come over here and display a phenomenal game of cricket to the people of Chicago. This is an exhibition as always because you have Divan Street right over here. This is the heart of the South Asian community, you know, and I have no words to thank CCUSA, MAQ and team, everybody for coming out to this ground and making this fantastic event.
It's been a wonderful event. At the moment, it's 107 for 2. A number of people have passed through today just looking on at the cricket, and they've seen good cricket.
Yes, definitely. This has been a ground when we started IPL-CC for 10 years back, and we had a partnership with the mayor and the alderman of the 50th ward. Here, as you see, there was a attempt for a catch, but over onto the bounce, and just one run they were able to take.
But Halif Lala, who has batted really well for 45 of 17, just playing through the line of that one, taking it down to a long on, just falling short of the field. That was never a catch, though.
Well, for the international standards, I would still disagree with you. There would have been an attempt if there was an early start, but you know, there's always that push. The athletes have to give on to them to make impossible catches, make it possible.
Oh, that's a lovely shot by Qureshi. Down to a deep cover for one. Cover point on the boundary, actually. So tell me a bit more about the IPL.
Yeah, sure. So as I was saying, when we first started to market cricket, it wasn't received well because people were not aware about the game of cricket, the Park District. There was a whole introductory session we had to do, and we had to partner with ICC Americas at that time. There was Osaka board, and there was all sorts of everybody who wanted to be a boss and run cricket. But Rais Nizami took the initiative, worked with Chicago Park Districts and the aldermen of Chicago 50th ward, and made this possible, where we were able to get this one ground along with the pitch area, which used to be a skate park, which was donated, and we had net set up. There was a set of 6 nets set up over here, which has been demolished now because next year there is redevelopment of Warren Park, where Chicago Park District has sanctioned quite a bit of money for Warren Park, where we are going to see a lot of development over here with night tournaments coming in, lights coming in. There's going to be re-landscaping and focusing back on the game, of course.
So that's excellent indeed. Let me make a guess about that allocation that you're getting. I think it's probably around 1.5 million.
That is correct. That is correct. But the story behind that is it's going to be circulated in all the Northwest regional park districts. So I'm not sure about how much money Warren Park is going to be getting.
Well, that's value for your money now. That's 6 runs.
That is a 6 runs. The ball went right to the practice area, and it's definitely a show over here.
So a wonderful shot there by Hamad Qureshi. And just getting a full toss, so that helped. So the runs coming here at a fast pace.
You are absolutely correct.
116 for 2 after 10. The partnership of 47. Lala is on 46 of 19, and Qureshi 16 of 12. So how many teams you have in the Premier League?
This Illinois Premier League for this year, 2022, we have 10 teams participating, and there's a format of 25 overs and 20 overs. Initially started off with 30 overs, but we moved down to 20 overs and 15 overs for the practicality of the game, to add in 2 games more, because we used to have only 2 games a day. So with the reduction of overs and this new baseball cricket, we want to make sure there's more games being played in the park.
And tell me about the weather. I know you have a very small window here. Back in Trinidad and Tobago, where I'm from, we play cricket for 12 months of the year.
That is correct. We have a very short window where the season starts in the last week of May, and it goes on till October last week. And October last week is usually there's a lot of rain that happens when the fall starts. So there's a lot of rain downs as well. And it's a different grass structure. There's a different rules for each park district as we go in this different area. But within this short amount of time, everybody is out in Chicago playing cricket.
That's wonderful, and this is the time that you'll have to maximize. Well, that helicopter that you were pointing out to me is coming closer to you.
It is. I love toys being on the air, especially with this strip that you're seeing. This is if you just go head out west, it's O'Hare over here. So you'll always see a plane crossing by every couple of minutes.
Yeah, I've seen that. Look, there's one. As you're speaking, there's one now. I've seen that on numerous occasions.
Oh, that's a caught behind attempt. And yes, he's gone. Hanif Lala is being... the wicket is gone. It was a straight delivery, just a little snick, and right into the keeper's hand.
So Lala goes for 47 of 20. He's disputing it, of course, but there's no condition for him to dispute anything here. There's no review in place. Let's have a look at the moment. Here he is, delivery outside the off stump, and yes, I think that he did get an edge. Now, I'll tell you what sold him out there. Normally, if a player gets an edge, he looks back immediately. And if you look at, although we don't have the benefit of snickometer, if you look at it, immediately look back to see if the wicketkeeper had held the ball.
Yes, it felt like it. I mean, it could have also touched the grass at the end, and that noise could be deceiving for the umpire as well.
Well, he's saying that the bat actually crashed onto the turf.
Yes.
And this is what the umpire heard. But the umpire's decision is final.
Well, definitely.
And it's 118 for the loss of 3. Remember, this is over number 11 of 15. And it's getting late here in the afternoon. What's the time now? I think it's close to 6 o'clock, is it?
It is. The sun sets pretty late over here by 8 p.m. So we have about an hour and a half more of play to happen. But
let's hope that we can get in the game.
Yes.
Hour and a half is cutting it close now. So the umpires have to take charge and push quickly.
Well, I will come back to the commentary box again. I really, once again, while I'm here, I take this opportunity from Illinois Premier League Cricket Conference to thank you from the bottom of my heart to coming over here, meeting us, and doing a phenomenal job of commentary, which IPLCC has never seen. In fact, Chicago has never seen, so we thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to head out to manage some of the other activities, so there is going to be a change in the commentary box. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for being with us. And as he leaves, we will be joined by international commentator Nilesh Mehta, who is here this evening with us. 120 for 3. This is worked away by Shaheen Sahid. And that's a single. Asif Sheikh bowling well. 17 runs. He's in his second over, which is not bad for C90. Inside edge is appealing, but you could have clearly heard the sound of bat. In fact, the umpire signals leg by. And again, that strip just above us where the planes are landing into O'Hare, you can see it. O'Hare Airport, one of the busiest in the world. At the end of 11 overs, it's 122 for 3. So 4 overs to go in this innings. Ahmad Qureshi is a well-set batsman. He's on 17 of 14. And Shaheen Sahid is on 3 of 2. So Mohammad Faraz had 9 runs taken off his first over. Here he is. He's going to continue. Just pulled away down to deep mid-wicket for 1. There goes another airliner over us. One more. So it's getting a bit cloudy here now at Warren Park. Slow delivery, good change up there by Mohammad Faraz. Draws applause from his teammates. Not a bad over at all from Faraz, this one. It's 4 deliveries. He's conceded just the 3 runs. Oh, that's hoiked away and hoiked away nicely. In fact, it cracks into a tree. That one had 4 written all over it. And it strikes the tree. And that's a direct hit. Magnificent run out from the backward square. Sahid, they must feel it for him. He played a beautiful shot on the onside that should have gone for 4. It crashed into the tree, came back, it ricocheted into the outfield, and the fielder down there, the backward square, just picked it up and made a direct hit at the non-striker's end. So, he has to leave for 4. That's 125 now, 127 for 4. End of the over, the end of 12, 127 for 4. Ahmad Qureshi, he's on 19 of 17, and a lot will depend on him. With 3 overs to go, they'll be looking to at least get up here to 160, 150, 160. Which will be a fighting score. This is pulled away down to a deep mid wicket. And has 1. As I welcome Dr. Dinesh Mehta, he's struggling with his headset.
I was especially pleased to see Roddy here.
Yes.
My man Roddy.
That's a big man, Roddy. Carries a lot of weight on MAQ TV.
Yeah.
This is slashed away down to point. On the cover boundary. There's a chance to run out. I think he's gone, is he? Yes, he's gone. Well, well, well. Another wicket goes. And this time it's the dangerous hand of Ahmad Qureshi. And this is going to affect the final score here.
That was a good throw. Right from the boundary line, and of course the ball doesn't travel that fast because the grass is thick, so the value for your money here is aerial shots, not ground shots. But that particular fielding that was done right by the this massive structure, it's all brick with the MAQ TV sign and the US Open sign, and that throw came very quickly straight to the keeper, and of course he was not able to make his ground as he gently walks back dejected with his helmet in his left hand, bat in his right, and
you can see he turned blind. He turned actually facing the opposite side of where the action was, where the ball was, and you know, he should have changed bat. He should have changed hands with the bat, and he would have been able to see what was happening. And had he seen that, he might not have gone back.
Yeah, and he dove at the end, but the dive occurred much later as Ali and Shahid put together this partnership now. Asif Sheikh is the bowler, bowling his third over, scored 1 for 19 so far, as the catch is 128 for 5.
That's
And
a
that
quick delivery. That's a quick delivery.
Yeah, that one just came out of nowhere. It was a short run up and completely disguised Ali there, and just the ball went straight to the keeper. And this time, Vinod, if you notice, is even a shorter run up, and still is able to get through the matting wicket. The balls have tended to keep low, and you know that is a typical a matting wicket. They can bounce and they can sometimes keep low.
Driving and driving nicely. This is going to run down too long off.
Any other park, this ball would have gone for 4, but this is not your fairway grass on a golf course. This is more like the out of bounds thick grass that you see on a golf course. The ball doesn't travel as quickly as the Chicago catchers now 131 for 5. Aziz on 1 and Ali on 3. As Asif Sheikh deceptively quick with run-ups that are being mixed up as well. He's got like a 10-yard run-up, and then the last delivery he bowled of the previous over was just like 4 or 5 steps and able to generate the same amount of pace. As the next over is about to start, 13 overs have been completed, 2 more overs to go, and 150 very much on the cards, Vinod.
Definitely 150 on the cards here. Just 19 to get in 2. I'll take them up to 150. So they'll look at least to get up to that. 160 might be even better. Looking to go across the stumps is Aziz. And they're going to get 1.
The tall lad, Mahad.
Mahad Ali. He's on strike though. Big bat. The bat looks like a toothpick in his hands. Good delivery.
The strokes to play on this ground have to be more on the air rather than on the ground.
I'll tell you something though. Something has to be done with America's cricket. You know, if they have to get to the authorities, I know it's going to be very difficult to explain to them. There are regulations for all these parks, but you need to get the grass lower so batsmen can play balls along the ground. Because when you go to the international level and you look to play aerial, if you're accustomed playing aerial, you are going to play aerial on grounds that you should not. And this can be your demise. That's a smashing hit. It's a flat 6. That went like a rocket down through mid-wicket for 6.
Yeah, Aziz wasted no time on that one as Suresh was bowling, and it was right in the slot, and a full swing of the bat, and it raced away for a lovely 6. As you said, it was a low, flat shot, and the key here was he went through the stroke completely, and a lovely follow-through by the right-hander, who now moves on to 7 as Suresh Kohli bowls, and this time he plays it nicely on the onside by the mini forest, and they come back. They were thinking about 2, Vinod, but the fielder at deep fine leg, rather square, was able to cover the ground to his left and limited to only 1 run.
And one of the beauties of this, you spoke of the mini forest, one of the beauties of being here is, I think, the trees at this ground. Trees are beautiful, aren't they?
They are natural hazards normally on a golf course, but I have never seen a natural hazard on a cricket ground.
Well, in Kent Cricket Ground in England, there is a tree that's inside of the boundary.
In Canterbury. One of my very dear friends lives in Canterbury. And it's a lovely ground I have seen there. I've been to that ground, and but I don't recall the tree.
Yeah, there is a tree in the ground at Kent. That tree has become famous. Carl Hooper used to play there, and he struck that tree on a number of occasions.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. 143 for 5. That's the latest score here at Warren Park.
Suresh Kohli has finished his 3 overs. Kohli, with it is not a Kohli, mind you, it is Koli, Kohli.
Yeah, but he will tell you that they made a mistake on his birth paper and it's Koh. I'm sure he's going to tell you that if you speak to him.
Yeah, I mean, same thing like Akshar Patel.
Well, you brought some good news on him there.
I met Akshar, by the way, after the game, and I confirmed the story, and it is a true story that the principal did change his name to AXAR.
But why? Why did he do that? Was it a mistake?
It was a mistake. It was a mistake.
Struck on the pad outside the off stump, and Akshar Patel seemed to have liked the name. He kept it. 144 now.
Aziz on 9, Ali on 5, as Muhammad Faraz bowling his obviously the third and the last over for Mr. Mamchan is just showing me that lovely tree here at the Canterbury Cricket Ground.
It's ball him! Threw the shot before the ball came to him. It hits the middle stump. And that's wicket number 7. 144 for 7. You can't fault the big man Mahad. He had to go for shots.
There's a wild swing of the bat and completely miss. And Kohli says, I bowl and you miss and I get your wicket. So that's the end of the 6th wicket, 144 for 6. 4 more balls remaining in this Chicago catcher's innings. 150 is certainly quite makeable. 4 more deliveries. It could be more than 150. But at the moment, there's a new batsman, a left-handed batsman coming at the crease.
I like Mohammad Faraz. Look at him. You know, he could work on the run-up a bit, but if you look at him, not bowling badly at all. This one takes the edge, down to third man. Well, I've proved my point to you there, Nilesh Mehta. I've shown you the tree at Kent.
You certainly have. And I have never seen a commentator who has been so relaxed while doing commentary live. I wish we could actually show you this picture. But he's a man who is so relaxed.
Driving down to deep mid-wicket. Well,
Commentator's got his feet up on the table, nice relaxed, some nice water bottles on the table. Roddy doing his magic in the truck.
well, it's a two-man show, Roddy Lalman and I. Around the wicket. Hoiked away nicely, and that is going to go for 4.
That hit the, almost hit the MAQ TV.com sign, and the ball ricochet off the wall back. So the fielder at deep square leg didn't really have to waste much energy. The ball came back on the field and they picked it up, but a lovely shot.
That might have been a good delivery to a right-handed batsman. I think the error that Mohammad is making here is that he's bowling around the wicket to the left-hander at this stage in the innings. What he should be doing is bowling over the wicket, looking to angle the ball across the left-hander. So, still 1 delivery to go. The 150 is up. 150 for 6. Farhan Mehidi's on 5 and Umar Aziz is on 10. He's going to get 1 here at least. And that was a throw to the non-strikers. And I think he would have been better served just holding on to the ball, seeing that it was the last delivery of the innings. Or is it?
Well, Faraz could have just walked to the non-strikers end and dislodged the bails.
Well, the scorecard quickly: Shiraz Najam 10, Salman Ahmed 34, Hanif Lala 47, Hamad Qureshi 19, Shahid 6, Mahar Ali 5, Umar Aziz 10 not out, Farhan Mehdi 7 not out, 14 extras, 152 for 6. The bowling, we'll get that pretty soon. Abra Khan 1 over for 14, Asif Sheikh 3 overs 1 for 23. He was good. Suresh Kohli was not bad, 3 overs, 1 for 26. Sheikh Ahmad, 2 overs for 30. Ashadani, 1 over for 12. Mudassir Mohammed, none for 13. Sadiq Parvez, none for 8. And Mohammed Faraz, 3 overs, 1 for 21. So that's the situation, 152 for 6. We take a short break. We'll be right back. Keep it tight in the first five. So we're back here. 152 the target. 153 as the target.
What is the pass score here, Vinod?
The pass score here is about 160. So,
Oh.
but you have to take into consideration it's late evening, and a very strange thing I just saw happen. Normally the umpires take the field first. The fielding team and the batting team, they're out there, and then the umpires go out. And I think I want to fault the umpires for taking this game down so late. We're running about an hour and 45 minutes late. This game may not finish because the umpires today have not taken control of the situation. I've been speaking to them since this morning. They have just allowed the game to meander along, and that is an issue that could come back this evening to cause an issue.
And it's about 10 minutes to 7 p.m. Chicago time here.
What time the sun sets here?
About 8 o'clock or so. But the thing is, the sunset at the moment is a bit irrelevant because we have a very thick cloud cover all around the park. So it's been steady light, but as it continues, as we see the first ball being bowled, and it is driven towards extra cover. Shiraz picks it up back to the bowler, and they come across for an easy single.
So they need to push. They need to push the fielding team. Now, what you're seeing here on your screen, that's not a reflection of what's happening here. Normally, these cameras will push out light. So you're seeing it brighter than it really is at the moment. This guy is bowling like Malinga.
And I think, the faster bowlers, as the chase continues towards the end of the innings, might be a bit tricky, particularly the faster bowlers. The spinners, they might be able to navigate their way through. But here is the right arm, round arm action, as you said, Vinod. And that one zips through to the keeper as he just rolls it back to the bowler.
It comes from a very low trajectory. It's going to be hard to get underneath those deliveries if it's just even back of a length. Slower delivery. And so in this C90, there are no fielding restrictions. So nearly everyone is back on the boundary.
And like we said earlier, the grass is so thick, so the ground shots to reach to the boundary, it would take an immense amount of timing and power for the ball to race away to the fence. So as the next ball is being delivered,
that should be signaled wide. Good take by the wicketkeeper. He has been very good today.
yeah, the action is very interesting. He's bowling right arm over the wicket, and it's a round arm action with the right hand as it comes down. Is quite low, and look at that shot. That is given, hoisted over mid-on all the way for 6. No, actually 1 bounce 4.
Yeah, it's 4. There are 3 trees, 4 trees as a matter of fact, inside of the boundary there.
There are more trees patrolling the fences than the fieldsmen themselves.
Yeah.
So
swing and a miss.
As talking to Mr. Sunil Gavaskar about the description of the players, the ICC now wants us to call them as batters rather than batsmen, because if it's a women's cricket being described, we cannot obviously use the word batsmen. So batters and fielders, and we don't say man of the match anymore, it is the player of the match.
Yes.
So how things have changed, and ICC of course paying close attention and being quite sensitive, appropriately so.
Gender neutral.
Absolutely.
Well, I had one commentator on today, your good friend Prahlad Madhubishi, who was saying that the bowler is pitching.
Because I think
After one delivery, he said that there are 5 pitches to go.
5 minutes to go.
I was looking and I only saw one pitch out there.
Matting wicket.
Well, I think Madhubishi had it mixed up because he was saying that the bowler has to bowl 5 pitches.
Where is Mr. Madhubishi? I have not.
I think he is.
I saw him briefly, but I think he probably is resting because his team is not playing at the moment, is it?
Well, he got 1 over today in 2 matches, so I don't think he needs to rest. I think he's on Devon Street having a bite. Loves his food, Prahlad Madhubishi.
Prahlad, of course, well known to the people in the Tampa Bay area. Has his own tournament there, and a very likable guy.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
And he was telling me about Mr. Mamchan. Mr. Mamchan is a good man. And I said, which Mamchan are you talking about?
His judgment seems off.
Yeah.
It's Mehdi. I feel it for the poor wicketkeeper who has been magnificent behind the stumps. Now they're going to get an overthrow, but the fielder overrun the stumps. So the Major League Cricket is in your neighborhood here in Chicago.
Yeah. Sun about to set. We can see the clouds in the background that you're not able to see on the television, but there appears to be like an opening in the clouds where the sun is peeking through, and we are seeing more light at the moment, but that will not last too long.
Ooh, the light is coming through very brightly at the moment.
And you can see the shadows on the matting wicket.
So a free hit is coming up. 12 without loss. This is the second over. And Farhan Mehdi has been bowling for quite a while and only 1 legal delivery. So the outfield is bathed in sunshine now, which is good.
And he let that ball go. I am amazed. Suresh Kohli just let the ball go, and it was a free hit. He had to give it all he had within his power.
You don't allow a free hit. You don't leave alone a free hit. I think that's the first time I've seen that in my travels covering cricket. I've never seen that before.
And he was looking at the umpire to look for another wide or something. This time he does not lose out. This time he just goes down on one knee and lifts it over mid-wicket into the tennis courts area where there is some cricket being played with the young boys, and that is a massive 6. The biggest 6 I have seen so far, Vinod.
Yeah, that's been the biggest 6 today. I'll tell you something though, he made up for leaving alone the free hit.
He certainly did. Because after that free hit, he looked at the umpire in a bit of disgust. Said, are you going to call another wide or no ball or something? But the umpire was, of course, not moved as the sun now has gone behind the clouds.
Well, he's seeing them and seeing them well. This is pulled away through mid-wicket for 4. He's seeing it well here. Kohli.
Yes, Mr. Kohli seems to be in a hurry. Maybe chicken biryani is waiting for him on Devon Avenue.
Well, I heard that there's 74 restaurants there. You're telling me that there's even more than 74?
It could be. I have lost count of that because I have come to Devon and eaten here so many times, all kinds of cuisines. And anybody who loves South Asian cuisine would absolutely have a great time. If your family is coming this way, Vinod, by any chance, they probably should visit Devon Avenue.
I'm sure they will. And the fare there should be very good. I've been there every night since I've come to town, so to speak. I haven't been down to the main area, the city. Oh, hiked away well. Down to the boundary for 4. And it's running across Western Avenue. Kohli's on fire here.
Kohli is an absolute fire. This particular over, he has been very harsh. After missing out on that free hit, he has made all sorts of amends. And amends has he made. Oh, my word. Those 3 shots that he's had, all on the onside, paying big dividends. And the ball is being fetched from across the Western Avenue. as the sun continues to go down behind those clouds, as we continue to see these planes fly to the west of us, which is where the Chicago International O'Hare Airport is. We probably have seen more planes than the number of overs bowled, I would imagine.
For the entire day, you know, there's one also to the left of us. The planes keep flying.
There is an app on your phone that if you download, you can actually tell what flight that particular flight is going over your head.
Wow. Shiraz Najam is under pressure here at the moment. 26 without loss after 2. It's going to be away Tariq, a man who comes from a very low trajectory. Let's see what Habib Mohammed can do for him. What he needs to do is to get Kohli on strike, and he's doing that. Kohli's on strike now. Let's see what happens here, Nilesh.
Yeah, Kohli is on absolute fire. His strike rate is 200 plus at the moment, and he will be eyeing every bowler.
Driving.
This is a good-looking shot, you know.
And any other ground that would have gone for 4.
Again, I think he realizes, Suresh Kohli realizes very well. Short-built man, but packs a punch.
Looks like he's from South India. Slice away down to point. And that's 1. They're looking for 2 and they're going to get it. In fact, they may well get 3 if they were interested.
On that question, on that particular area, there was a landing in no man's land, and it was who wants that ball? Somebody go fetch that ball, because we don't want to give any more overthrows. Shiraz Nizam looks a little dejected, hands on his hips, donning shirt number 13 for his team.
Well, I think he's indicating that the fielder at point should have made an effort to take that catch. Had he been walking in, which he should be doing on the boundary's edge, he could have made an effort. So it's going to be Habib Mohammed who is on strike. He has 5 of 7. He's driving outside the off stump.
His teammates cheering him as Mohammed and Kohli have put together a nice partnership so far.
Oh, that's a lovely shot through the offside. Not a man move. That's 4. Runs flowing like water here.
That was a good-looking shot. Again, going aerial, and he's saying if Kohli can do it, I can do it too. I can do it even better on the offside, said Habib Mohammed. Now moves on to 9. Kohli on 20, 34 for no loss. And the last ball of the 3rd over coming up. This partnership proving to be quite valuable. And in this chase, this is the key, Vinod.
Oh, that's 6. Bang! Into the cover boundary.
And had the ball gone up maybe an inch more, that glass would have been in absolute jeopardy, and we would have seen the glass being shattered here at this lovely park in Chicago.
Yeah, it would have been broken.
Not only did he shatter the bowler's heart, but that glass would have shattered into pieces just an inch more as it went right into the brick building on the south end of this park.
What a shot by Mohammed. He goes to 15 of 10. The score is 40 without loss after 3.
The Hyderabad Deccan Cricket Club displaying some superb stroke play as the man in form, Suresh Kohli, he's on strike. And the new bowler is Akil Pathan. He's got a longish run up.
Quick delivery. Quick delivery. Nice high action here. Akil Pathan should get some bounce. And normally with that sort of wrong arm action, you can take the ball away from the right-hander. Just needs to go back off a length. He's a tall man. Oh, that's a lovely shot by Kohli. Outer here, 6.
This man is in a hurry, Vinod. He's not wasting any time. There was slightly overpitched in the arc, and he just beautiful swing of the bat. This man packs a punch.
Definitely. It's a pocket dynamite.
His teammates on the fence underneath the tree all watching intently as this chase continues for the Hyderabad Deccan team.
Looking for 2 here. He takes 1 quickly. And he's going to go back for 2. This is good running.
And the problem, we know, is when you have all the fielders on the fence and the wicketkeeper has to run 20, 30 yards to his right to fetch the ball. There's nobody covering the stumps at the striker's end. So even if there was a run out, the only way you can get a run out is a direct hit. Otherwise, they can keep going all day long.
Well, unless you throw the non-strikers end where the bowler should be. 6 more. Is it? No, it's dropped him. What a miss. That could be very costly.
And that was a well-struck ball, but it went straight to the fielder at deep square leg, right on the boundary line, and went straight to his hands and out. So that was a ouch moment for the fielder, and one feels for Pathan because he's been hit on the previous delivery, but he survives. Kohli survives.
Mohammad, who likes the offside, is going there again. This time he could be out. That's 4. The fielder was slow to move, and it moved just to his right and into the boundary for 4. Shiraz Najam drops his head, and that's a 50.
Yeah, that one was, I think, slightly poorly judged. I think he ran to his front and his right in anticipation a bit earlier than he should have, and the ball just went past his outstretched right hand, and he was very close to the boundary line, and the ball, he had absolutely no chance stopping the delivery. So perhaps in retrospect, he may have wanted to stay on the boundary line and save the 4, but in this format, you have to take wickets. That's important.
Oh, that's a single.
These two players, Muhammad and Kohli, make batting look so simple at the present time. Their stroke play is amazing. Of course, the drop catches don't help the fielding side, as there appears to be a message being sent, perhaps.
So the current run is 13.5. The required rate 99 to get in 11 overs with 10 wickets in hand. And we have a game on our hands here.
We certainly do. And the way they are going right now, both Muhammad and Kohli have come to the party. Kohli batting on 29 of 13 deliveries and Muhammad on 20, target 153. And we just started the commentary a little while ago, and before you know it, blink of an eye, it's 54 for no loss. Have you been enjoying Chicago, Vinod, so far?
Yeah, that's been good. You know, it's a good city. I haven't been to the main area. I've been to the South Asian area. Looking forward to getting out of this area and seeing other areas as well. It's a lovely place, Chicago.
This is your 3rd visit to Chicago?
It's a 4th, actually.
But the first time we have met in my hometown here.
Yes. Here's Najam. And you can see Mohammed. That's looking to give the strike to Kohli. A lot of support here for the batting team.
What is good to see is also these young kids who have come cheering for their parents, and they were having their own little game on the back side while you were doing your commentary. I was watching these young kids play, that one like skidded through the ground. It's like never got a bounce at all.
Well, Najam, good delivery there by Najam.
Najam probably is watching a bit of Ravichandran Ashwin bowling as he bends that elbow just before the delivery and comes across as he's about to bowl his third ball.
It's not a bad over so far. He's conceded just the 2 runs of his 3 deliveries.
I think not bowling in the zone, in the comfort zone of the batsman is the key. Alter your line, and everybody's on the boundary ropes, as you said, in this particular format.
So he knows Mohammed likes the offside. He has set everyone back on the offside boundary. And this time he goes straight down the ground, runs here. Just gets 1. Hamad is there. Mahad, sorry.
Oftentimes, you don't have to rush to the ball. The ball slows down, and then you can rush towards the ball because the grass is so thick.
Wide. Oh, this could be 4. It's running away. It's running. It's very close to the boundary. And all they get is 1. So I think they should have at least looked to get 2 there with that shot. Kohli's on 30 now. 59 without loss. Oh, again through the offside. He's in trouble here. 1 bounce. That's 1.
There was good thinking because he had an opportunity to go after that catch, but he decided to stay back and wanted to save the boundary. 1 bounce. A good over by Nizam, by the way.
Just 6 runs.
Yeah, Najam, I apologize. 6 runs coming off that Shiraz is over, as they are at 60 for no loss after the end of 5 overs. They need 93 runs of 60 balls, as your friend commentator would tell you. Please describe the number of balls and number of runs required.
Yes, Mr. Andrew Mason. So good over there by Najam. After 5, so we have a game on our hands. 5 overs have been bowled. It now constitutes a game. Should the lights fade here, they go to Duckwood Lewis. The run rate at the moment is 12. This is down the leg side. That's wide. Well played. On to point. So Mohammed goes to 24.
I think one of the things that as they continue playing more in this particular park is to tell the park district to get the grass to be shaven a little bit more. That way they can get more value for their ground strokes.
Washington Park, it's even higher than this. Right away. Should be looking for 2 here.
That was the Nataraj shot, like Kapil Dev used to play. Going down on 1 leg, and then Kapil Dev, of course, India's finest cricketer, he made that Nataraj shot famous during the World Cup in 1983.
.63 for none.
And this time he coming down and then hitting it towards point, fielder right on the boundary, and they come across for a single. He was trying to
Did he
hit that ball.
Did he lose it? Oh, I thought that was in the air long enough to make an attempt at catching it.
I think the strategy is stay on the boundary, let the ball come to you rather than you going to the ball and making attempts for difficult catches. And this well struck ball towards mid-off, but Shiraz walks over to the ball and they can only get one run. The scoring has subsided a bit, been able to get singles. There's been no boundary in the last 1 over as Pathan is about to complete his second over, the last ball of this over, right arm over. And this time he puts in a beautiful shot. And that car is in danger, is it? No, the car is not in danger. There's a red car parked on Western Avenue. And I thought about parking my car over there and I realized that it is extremely close to these players. So the ball did go all the way on Western Avenue between that SUV and that red Toyota parked over here. The auto body shop, strange enough, is in our vision also. So there's a car parked there and the ball going towards the car and we have an auto body shop.
That is why it's there.
Yeah. So
End of 6, 69 without loss.
what was your lunch menu today, Mr. Mamchan?
I think it was chicken and barbecue chicken and naan.
Yeah.
And wrap.
Have you ever had egg curry, Mr. Mamchan?
Egg curry? Yes, I've had that in Trinidad.
But the Trinidadian egg curry probably is very different than what Dr. Nilesh Mehta makes.
I'm sure it's different. I'm sure it's different.
And that's what is waiting for you at home tonight.
Oh, lovely. I look forward to that.
I don't want the rest of the Mamchan family to hear that.
I am looking forward to that at the Mehta's mansion. As planes continue to fly overhead. It's going to be Shiraz Najam. That's a full toss. Swung away! 6. Well, it's a no ball. So a free hit is coming up now.
Double trouble. Double trouble is a full toss over the waist height, and Mohammed wasted no time, and he likes that Western Avenue now between that between the red car and the black SUV.
No, it was your good friend Kohli who slammed that.
Or Kohli, okay. My apologies. Kohli, who packs a punch, and they're waiting for the ball to be retrieved as the boundary is declared. And of course, it's a no ball, so they will get a free hit. And this time, Kohli hopefully will not waste any time and not be
leaving it alone.
Yeah.
Let's see what Najam responds with. Oh, no ball, 4 runs actually. So the score has been adjusted. 74 without loss.
Free hit.
That's 6. Najam, what are you doing?
Oh my goodness. That is struck with tremendous power as it sails over that small fenced-in area where the kids are playing cricket, and it goes all the way on the other end. That would be a home run in any baseball park anywhere in the country. There was a well-struck ball and a good use of a free hit. And this time he almost came down the track to attack Shiraz's next ball and completely missed it. Kohli did. Kohli's on 43. Mohammed 29. They're having a quick word at the middle of the wicket.
I'm looking at him, but he reminds me so much of Aravinda De Silva.
You know, you are absolutely, you stole words from my mouth. I was just thinking about it, and
he slices this down to backward point. Cover on the boundary.
Aravinda De Silva, of course, a great cricketer from Sri Lanka. Very attacking batsman. Shiraz gets ready for his next delivery.
Another plane goes overhead. I'll ask you a question about that just now. Driven by Mohammed down the ground. They take one. They should be going back here for two. That's exactly what they do. 83 now. Is O'Hare International one of the biggest airports in the world?
It's when you say biggest, are you talking about busiest or biggest in size and square footage, or are you talking about busiest?
Both.
Well, the Atlanta Hartsfield Airport and the Chicago O'Hare Airport have been running neck to neck, 1 and 2, for many years. There has been a competition between Atlanta and Chicago. In terms of the size, I am not aware, but Chicago O'Hare right now is going through a huge expansion.
So it's probably one of the busiest airports in the world. I mean, it's like every 30 seconds an aircraft goes passing over, going into that airport.
Yeah, I think there are more planes flying over us than the number of deliveries bowled, perhaps.
Yeah. End of the over, the end of 7, it's 85 without loss. That target of 153 is looking smaller and smaller. 68 required now of 8 overs.
And you're talking about O'Hare, Southwest Airlines, which did not fly to O'Hare, started flying to terminal number 5. And there's been a lot of construction going on at different terminals, as there's going to be restructuring of that.
I actually flew in on a Southwest Airlines.
So you flew into terminal number 5.
Yes.
And terminal number 5 is the international terminal where you fly in from out of the country.
Oh, that's a good delivery.
Yeah, he flighted that one. Aziz enticing the batsman, and Kohli was not able to capitalize on that. He's been using that flighted delivery. Let's see what Aziz does now. Short run up. This time flatter, and he hits it over square leg, and there's a misfield. And at 4 runs now. And Umar Aziz is throwing his arms in sheer desperation that should have been fielded, and it should have been only 1 run, but now instead of that, 4 runs result. And that was a flatter delivery by Aziz. The first one was flighted and a slower one, as he now comes in for his 3rd delivery, right arm over. This time
that's a massive hit for 6. Wow.
That is power packed beautifully. That went flying, and that's his 50 as well. With that shot, Kohli has now reached his 50. What a way to bring up your 50 as you watch the replay on the television screens. A beautiful shot. Kohli 55 of 26 deliveries. Habib Mohammed giving him great company, batting on 32 of 21. And this partnership is racing away. 95 for no loss, Vinod.
Yeah, magnificent stand here between these two. Opening stand, that is.
I'm telling you, there's some chicken biryani waiting for them. They are in a hurry. Still good light. I don't think light is a problem at the moment. The clouds are not threatening at all.
Sammy's back hurried into the shot. Now, Habib Mohammed, who loves to play through the offside, will be happy to face the leg spinner. On the onside, he tugs it. Probably the wrong one.
I'm just wondering if the captains are missing a trick here, because the grass is so thick, and anything on the offside or the onside played away from the bowler is an easy single. Perhaps they can keep a 1-run saving man on the off and the on.
Good shot. Top shot. In fact, it hits the tree. And he gets only 1. That should have been 4 or even 6. It hits a tree. 98 without loss after 8.
Yeah, natural obstacles here at the park, and when you have those obstacles on the golf course and your ball hits the tree and ricochets back, there's not a good feeling when you see that ball. You're supposed to fly and hit 150, 200 yards away, and the ball comes back right towards your feet.
You sound as if that has happened many times with you, Doc.
Well, it's not a good feeling, because when you have that, it's not only embarrassing for yourself, but the players that you are playing with. You ask, where is the ball? And they say, right under your feet.
Back, gets a single. He's looking for 2. Oh, that is lovely. Mahad runs in. Mahad Najam.
That's what I was talking about, Vinod. It's a gentle push on the offside. A fielder there and a fielder on the onside could be easily saving those 2s. And yes, there are many fielders on the boundary line, but the way the 6s are being hit, they are not going to the fielders. They are out of the park.
Oh, Sammy doesn't get hold of this. He's going to get 1 though, when the fielder set back. 101 without loss. The 100 partnership is up.
101 in 8.2 overs. The current run rate is 12.1. And the required run rate is 7.8. So they're way. And look at that shot. That is going straight towards the point boundary for 4.
Mohammed, again, who loves the offside, gets that down to point for 4.
As you watch the replay, he just opens up the face of the bat and just slices it away towards point for 4 by the maqtv.com sign. There are some people walking by. They better watch out, because that's the danger zone.
Better. So it's growing extremely dark here at the moment.
It is getting a little dark, and that's nicely put away on the onside as they come across and walk for an easy single. Score moves on to 106 for no loss.
47 of 37. Easy. 10 wickets in hand.
That would look very easy if Shiraz's team has to do something. They need wickets.
Oh, that's 6. Wow.
Roddy, watch out. Roddy, that was coming towards you in your van, and your back door of the van is open, Roddy. So just watch out. Don't just keep looking at the monitor. That was right towards the van, which Roddy is manning so wonderfully well. And you look at the economy of space, the way Roddy has set things up. It's quite a...
No, it's an excellent setup there by Roddy Lalman. And that delivery, though, was heading towards him. The tree saved him. It actually dropped on the tree and just went over the boundary for 6. Yeah. 112 without loss. And we're going to see
and of course,
Mahad.
We have not forgotten about you. We're getting you video.
So Roddy Lalman, Lal in Hindi or Urdu means red.
Red.
So Roddy Redman.
Well, he could have gotten a red mark with that. That's a lovely shot. That's 4. Or is it 6? 4 runs.
4 runs.
Mahad Ali.
Roddy is such a pleasant guy to meet, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Roddy Lalman, good old Rod.
Red man's. There's also a red man syndrome in medicine. Did you know that?
No.
A red man syndrome.
What's that?
It's where the face turns red when you get a particular antibiotic named vancomycin. If you get that antibiotic, face turns red. It's called the red man syndrome. Lal man.
Lal man. Let's see. Mahad Ali. Mohammed is beaten.
That kept low, and the wicketkeeper did dislodge the stumps, but he never left the crease, so no damage done as Mahad Ali is continuing to bowl. Kohli 66. Well struck 66. Excellent display.
In the air, it's going to bring down one of those planes, I'm sure. No one is brave enough to reach it. And they should have gotten two because the mere fact that it went so high would have allowed them time to run.
I'm just hoping that the pilots are not flying those planes too low, because the way Kohli and Mohammad are batting, the plane could be in trouble too.
Yeah. 117 without loss. Down the leg side, flicked away nicely. This is running for 4. Well, it pulls up just inside the boundary. They're going to come back for 2. And as you said, no one is at the striker's end.
There's nobody backing up on that end, so that end is open. But I thought those were buys, but they were not declared buys.
Well, he did play. It seems as if he did play it off the legs. 43 to Mohammed, 68 to Kohli. Earlier on today, we saw a century by Hassan.
Well, since only 30 odd runs are required to win, Kohli is not likely to reach a century.
Well, he's trying. Oh, that's a shot of the day. That is the shot of the entire day. Straight back, and down the ground. All he did was basically play through the line. What a lovely shot. In fact, it signaled 4. Lovely shot indeed.
And then there was a Kodak moment as well. He waited and let the photographers take the picture as well.
I like this guy. Seems to be a very good talent. Down the track again, playing as straight as possible. That is, he should have gotten 2 there. And in fact, he's going back now for 2. 125 without loss.
I think it's hard for the fielders to also judge the ball coming towards you, because it stops prematurely, and by the time they get to the ball, it sometimes is difficult for them to judge how far the ball is, and sometimes they just wait for the ball to stop and then go fetch the ball. So this partnership is absolutely amazing. Some great display of stroke play by Mohammad and
13
Suresh
in the
Kohli.
over. 13 in the over. It's 125 without loss after 10.
And at the way the things are going, 28 to win of 30 balls. So this looks fairly easy at the moment, the way they make it look like.
This is a walk
in the park.
In Warren Park. Here is a delivery that's down the leg side, played away by Mohammad. He gets one more.
There was a very long run-up, but a very innocuous delivery. I thought the run-up was going to generate a lot of pace, but...
I think a run-up is frightening.
Yeah. But at the end, the way ball was delivered, it was not frightening at all.
That's the end of that. I know you have a menacing run-up, and for the time that you deliver, that's the end of that. Could be deceptive. He bowls off the wrong foot as well. Shailesh. Runak Shailesh. Oh, shot through the offside. Powerful.
Shailesh Raunak bowling to Kohli and Mohammad, who are on absolute fire here in the park, as we continue to see traffic on Western Avenue pass by, and the evening is here. Outside the off stump, he tries to drive and completely misses that. Mohammad on 44. I'm sure eyeing his 50 as well to join his partner. Kohli, of course, much better of the two today. Shailesh is really having a long run-up here in his first over.
Well, that's a wide.
And these freebies are not going to help them. The freebies are going to only help the Hyderabad team get to their total in a hurry. 27 balls and 25 to win, making Mr. Andrew Mason happy. How is your friend Mr. Barry Wilkinson doing?
I haven't heard from him in a bit, but I'm sure he's fine out there in Barbados. Slice away, down to backward point for 6. Bang! Into the MAQ TV sign. 134, that's his 50. Good knock there by Habib Mohammed.
This has been a tremendous batting display. And both these batsmen, particularly Kohli, has been absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That shot, the one shot that came right over the mid-on, the long-on fence was the best of all.
Mohammed bringing up his 50 of 31 deliveries and he celebrates. That's a massive hit for 6. Out of here, over mid-wicket.
Yeah, those boys practicing over there, but better watch out because we have seen a lot of deliveries going in that direction over the mid-wicket, mid-on fence. And I'm telling you, the chicken biryani is waiting for them.
Yeah, they're in a hurry.
They are in a hurry. They don't want the chicken biryani to get cold.
I'll tell you something. Should they win here, then they are automatically into the finals with the World Stars. So the last couple games will just be of academic interest. The World Stars will meet Hyderabad Deccans tomorrow in what will be a dress rehearsal for the finals. And of course, Chicago catchers, they will come up against the Deccan Heroes in a match playing for pure pride. Well, Mr. Lalman is saying.
Mr. Lalman is saying the pan is waiting.
Yeah.
And the pan makes your mouth go red. The red man has spoken.
Biryani's in the van. No, absolute brilliant, these guys here in the Illinois Premier League. They have treated us really, really well. I think since we've been around America doing the Major Cricket League, the treatment here in Illinois Premier League has been the best. And the man responsible for that is the man to your right, Raiz. You know, his hospitality has been absolutely brilliant.
Yes, Raiz by shaking my hands, and he's got a very nice, firm handshake. And you know what? Look at that infectious smile of his.
He's a lovely man, isn't he?
Yeah, a lovely, infectious smile. Raiz by, so lovely to meet you. And they have now raced over to 141 for no loss. And they are in a hurry.
The highest partnership in the history of the MCL.
They are in a hurry to get to the curry.
We have seen, yes, we have seen 2 records being broken today. One being the fastest 137 ball by Hassan, Saeed Hassan, and now the highest partnership in the history of the MCL, which is 141 and going.
And this has been a terrific display, I bet you. I'm glad I'm on the air with you watching this. And this time he cuts and he places it to extra cover, and they amble across for an easy single. It's now 12 to win of 23 balls. This almost seems to be a foregone conclusion, I might add, unless something dramatic happens and Shiraz makes it happen for his team. Otherwise, they are coming home easy.
6 more! Over mid-wicket, bring that ball back. This is mayhem here at Warren Park. 148 without loss.
Suresh Kohli on fire. Virat Kohli may be on the downswing perhaps, but Suresh Kohli is on the upswing here. And Suresh Kohli has been absolutely sensational, and his teammates are all going berserk and cheering their boy, the man who packs a punch, a la Aravinda da Silva.
Yes. Well, I like that analogy that you made. And at the moment, just 5 to win. Let's see if he'll win it in this delivery. Outside the off stump, allowed to go by. Well, ever since he left, he allowed that free hit to go by. Something has clicked in him, Nilesh. He probably heard you. The man has gone absolutely crazy here.
Yeah, he has.
Driving. Gets one. The rain is about to come. In fact, it's dong. 149. absolutely amazing here.
One more boundary and that will be the winning score. And I must say that they have made it look so easy.
Absolutely. That one crashing into the pad.
And one must admit that the light is not ideal at the moment, and considering that,
I think it's ideal the way they're batting.
but they have not shown that the light is not ideal.
Imagine
And,
that. Imagine had they been batting in better light. This might have been over already.
And the umpires are talking to each other.
Well, they're telling them to hustle up. Hustle up. You know, the rain is about to come, it seems. You can't win this game from now. So we're going to see Mahad. My good friend Mahad Najam. You're playing with Mahad.
Yeah.
In the he has graduated to the field.
Shiraz's son.
Yes, he's going to come into
And
the attack now.
Yeah.
I would like him to get a wicket
Yeah,
here.
it's good to see the young kids come and play and, you know, play with their parents. What a better, you know, cannot be a better scene and a better opportunity for the young man to play on his dad's team, as the umpire is helping the wicket keeper.
For the last 10 minutes, he's tying his shoelaces. I can't understand that. I would have tied them together.
Yeah.
149 without loss. Fourth win of 18. Here's Mahad Najam. Comes in and bowls, and that's a good delivery. It rushed on to Kohli. No one has really troubled Kohli. Mahad got one to rush on to him.
And this is the easiest walk for a single I have seen Kohli do. I mean, Kohli has not been dealing in singles. He's been dealing the aerial route, going for sixes. But this time, he just ambled across in the park for his easy single.
So he's on 83. Here's Mahad Najam now. Comes in and bowls to Mohammed. Mohammed pulls this away down behind square. There's protection down there. There's a guy coming from behind a tree. His name is Mahad as well. And he returns the ball. So that's one. So at the moment,
I think they are trying to inflict more pain by taking singles. They don't want to finish it in a hurry.
well, I know
They want to take their time.
Roddy Lahman is worried about the weather. So he will be hoping it ends here. Here's Mahad. That's not a bad delivery at all by young Mahad. And he's feeling off his own bowling. Good over so far by Mahad. He should have been brought on earlier. 151, one to win. It's been a magnificent performance by the Hyderabad Deccan's team. They're into the finals now against the World Stars. And tomorrow, before that final, there's a dress rehearsal between those two teams as they head into the finals. Let's see. Mahad Najam. And this is played away by Mohammed. Down to square leg. They take a single, anticlimactic, but the victory comes 153 without loss. That's the end of it. And they've won the match. Well, it doesn't seem to know. But that's it. They've won the match. They're into the finals. There's a final delivery here now. And he strikes young Mahad for 6. He ends on 90 not out. Well, it should really be 84 because the match has already ended. And that's just a lie-up. So that's the end of that. Congratulations to the Hyderabad Deccans. They're into the finals. They will play against the World Stars tomorrow. And that is a match that you would not want to miss. Habib Mohammed not out 60 of 38 deliveries. Suresh Kohli not out 90 of 41. 159 without loss. The bowling, not pretty at all. Tariq 3 overs, none for 30. Mehdi 1 over, none for 17. Patan 3 overs, none for 37. Najam 2 overs, none for 22. Aziz 1 over, none for 13. Mahad Ali 1 over, none for 13. Runak Shailesh 1 over, none for 16. And Mahad Najam, his 5 deliveries going for 10. That's it from us. 159 without loss. It has been an absolute pleasure bringing coverage today on MAQ TV of this first 4 games of the MCL. We ask you to join us tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. sharp when we continue coverage of this series.